hate telling this story for a couple of reasons. Number one, because it kind of makes me feel crazy. And then number two, because it kind of makes me a little bit sad. But when I was a teenager, probably around 15 or 16, I remember having this dream that just totally wigged me out. So in this dream, I was walking through an apartment complex that I knew. I think we had a friend that might have lived in a similar looking apartment complex when I was younger. But I was walking through this apartment complex in my dream, and I remember coming to this door. I didn't know why I was there. I wasn't there to meet anybody. I wasn't there to visit this friend, but for whatever reason, I was there. As I get to the door, I remember knocking and then hearing somebody say, "Come in." And then as I open the door and walk in, I walk into the kitchen area, and there's my dad sitting at the table. So my dad had actually passed away from cancer a few years earlier, and it was very sudden, and I obviously didn't take it well. But it was about 6 months from the time he was diagnosed until when he actually passed away. And this was several years later. So I knew my dad had passed away. I knew he was dead, but he was sitting at the table waiting for me. And I remember saying out loud to him, "What is happening?" Like, I knew that this wasn't supposed to be. I knew this wasn't supposed to happen. And I also knew that I was dreaming. It was really strange. And I remember saying out loud to him, "What are you doing here?" And I don't remember the whole conversation, but I do remember him saying something to the effect of, "We need to talk," or "I want to talk." And I cannot remember what we actually talked about or where the conversation went. I remember I was there for a while. We were sitting down talking at this table for a while, and then eventually it was like, "Okay, it's time to go." And then I woke up. So again, this always makes me feel kind of crazy because, I'm aware of the theory that sometimes maybe spirits can talk to people in their dreams and that type of stuff. But this is the first time I'd ever experienced anything like that. And I'm like, part of me wants to believe it's not real, but part of me is certain that it was real, that it really happened. I mean, obviously it was a dream, but the dream really happened, and our conversation in the dream really happened. Anyway, it was really strange. But has it ever happened to anybody? Have you guys ever been visited by a loved one in your dreams? And did you feel kind of crazy afterwards?